Hey, I'm back with more plate weaving. You can see right now it looks exactly like it did where the last video left off. I'm going to show you how I tie a new piece on, and then I'm going to speed it up while I finish making my warp, and then I'm going to show you how to start your weft. So like I said, I want my knot to be in the back, not on the front. So I am going to sort of figure where it needs to be. It needs to be about here. Okay, so I'm going to have to cut off a little bit of this, but that's not a big deal. I'm going to take my new piece of yarn and my other piece, and I'm just going to put them together like this, side by side, and make a loop with them side by side, like that. Okay, and then I'm going to go around and make my knot. Okay. All right, so it looks like, let me just hold that up so you can see. So it's just the two side by side, and I've made just a simple knot. And then I'm going to tighten it. Okay, tighten that knot, check it. Okay, it's on the back. Now I've got a lot of loose yarn here. I need to go ahead and cut that off. All right, so I'm going to cut that off, pull it, make sure that knot is secure. It's not going to come loose. It's not coming loose. I'm going to take my twisty tie and go ahead and put it on the end, just like before. And I'm just using that twisty tie to go through the hole. Once I start weaving, you can keep using it, but you don't really have to. All right, so this is just so I can poke it through the hole. So I'm going to go ahead and poke it through the hole and continue. All right, and then I'm going to speed this up and you can watch me. Okay, so when you finish, you should have some yarn sticking out at the top, and so the back looks like this. And you have the front like this, and now you're ready to start weaving. So that's your warp, and the weft is the part that goes over and under. So you're just going to pick a spot to begin, and I'm going to use this leftover yarn. If you have a lot, you don't necessarily have to use all of it. When you're ready to switch colors, you're going to put the two pieces of yarn together and tie them just like I showed you in the very beginning of this video. So if you want to go back when you need to join your yarn and see how I did that, you can go back and watch that very first part of this video. So now I'm just going to show you how to get started doing that over and under weaving, and that's what you're going to be doing during your art time. Now it does take a little time to do this, so I don't expect you to finish it. Just we're getting started and see how much you can get done in the time that you have. So going over and under means, let me just do this so it's, so I'm going to go under this one, over the next one, under this one, over the next one, under this one, over the next one. You want to do that a few times, but don't go all the way around without pulling it tight. So now I'm going to take it and pull it, and make sure you're continuing where you left off. So notice this one is under. You probably can't see that, but I can. And so then this next one's going to go over. So under, over, under, over. And again, before you get all the way around, you're going to want to pull it tight. So I'm going to pull this through. Now, when I say pull it tight, I don't mean like pull it as tight as you can. If you do that, what will start to happen is it'll start to make a cup shape. So unless you really want a cup shape, you want to pull it tight, but not so tight that it becomes, lifting up off of the as you go around. You want to pull it tight. Okay. Now, as you go, eventually, you're going to start seeing that woven look. If you see the warp strands very clearly, then you may have made a mistake somewhere. It's not going over and under. So here in the beginning, it's a little hard to tell, but as you get further out, I may do it wrong on purpose just to show you what that looks like in a later on. But for now, you just want to get started and just make sure you're not skipping anything as you're going over and under and around. Okay, so it'll start to have that appearance of something that's woven. I don't know if you can see that. All right, so I'm gonna keep on weaving. I'll probably speed up this section a little bit too, but again, just pull it tight. Okay, so you can see how this is getting a little bit bigger as I go. The space between is going to get a little wider as you go. I'm going to show you a couple examples once again of finished. Here's one. So you can see a little bit more of the yarn here. You can see how in the center it's a little bit tighter. And then this is the one I showed you last week. Okay. So I'm going to keep working on this. Like I said, as I get a little further out, in the next video, I'll show you what it will look like if it's wrong. It's a little hard to tell when it's tight in the middle here. And then we'll keep going with it. Okay. So this is getting started with the weft, the over and under. And it's pretty easy. It's fun. It's relaxing. But you do need to pay attention and make sure you're not skipping and going under two or over two, because that will create a problem for you. Okay, so enjoy continuing with your weaving, and I'll be back next time with some more tips and explanations and some troubleshooting for your weaving project. So until then, enjoy your weaving.